Hey guys, welcome to TLTC333. This is the class for your introduction as an AMP. This is the course you will be taking whether you are an upcoming AMP or you are already an AMP and on your first semester. So this is the YouTube documented series so that you can either follow along, follow ahead, or look back upon while you're taking the TLTC 333 course or have already taken it and just need to look back on a few things. So welcome to my YouTube channel, and I hope you all enjoy these videos. I try to make them condensed but also include all the information that's necessary. So without further ado, let's get started. So before we get into the course itself, we need to realize what is an academic peer mentor. As a peer mentor or an AMP, you are a peer educator, instructional team member, and a role model. What a peer educator does is that they give students academic success via supportive plus experienced perspectives. So it is your job to showcase students how things are done when they're confused about something, or clarify the topics when they don't understand or didn't fully comprehend what's going on in the lectures. As an instructional team member, you will be working with course instructors and other TAs or AMPs to promote student learning and engagement. So, being a TA or an AMP is not only about teaching something to the students, but it's also about how well you can work within a team. If you can't coordinate with the other AMPs, or if you can't really get a proper connection to be able to manage tasks together, it is not going to be working out. So I'm not saying that you need to like everybody within the AMP group, but you do need to respect each other and show a certain point of empathy towards each other, to the point that you guys know what you are all comfortable with and what you will be working on, and know when to come together when things are needed. And most importantly, you will be a role model. You need to be using this position of increased responsibility plus authority to support students' well beings and modeling self care. So, just like Uncle Ben from Spider Man used to say, with great power comes great responsibility. As an AMP, you now have that power over students. But what you need to do is you need to be a role model for them. For them to be able to respect the topics in the class, and most importantly, respect what you're teaching, they need to respect you and look up to you. Obviously, some students are just going to try to do it their own way, no matter how much it is beneficial for them to be getting the help of a TA. But you still need to be doing your job to the best of your ability. So before starting your AMP duties, you should know what's expected of you. So the first thing you should do when you become an AMP is to confirm your responsibilities and expectations with the course instructors that you're working with. So like, yes, you're working for example, Stat 100, and you know the course material well, but an AMP's work goes well beyond the course material so that you can assist students in other ways as well. So if you do not have any idea of how the course is structured, what the uh, professor is aiming to accomplish in the specific lectures, and don't have any idea of whether some stuff changed throughout the semesters, you will be having a lot of problems within the course you're amping for. For example, if it's applicable, you can ensure that you have enrolled in the appropriate courses that will allow you to earn the academic credit for the services that you will provide to the teaching and learning efforts of the AMP program. For example, when you're an AMP, whether you're doing it for credit or pay, you need to have everything figured out beforehand, so that when the semester starts, sometimes if the enrolling period ends, you might be like, and then you didn't register for the credits, or haven't discuss with your professor about how many credits you want to do, that that will be a really big problem in the future, because then it will create problems such as you don't have enough credits for a full semester. Like, you wanted to do 2 credits or 3 credits, but 3 credits is not offered, so you just have 1 credit missing after the enrollment period is over. So in order to avoid these kinds of problems, you will need to go speak to your professor. Always be in communication, because communication is really key in these amping positions. like communication with the professor, with the students, and with other amps as well. And as you will discover during this course from talking with each other and reading the discussion board reflections, you will also have slightly different roles in the courses. So, like, not every amp will be doing the exact same thing. Like, the requirements for an amp in psychology 265 can be really different from a stat 100 amp. So, just looking up what others are doing in a different course might not really be a good reflection of how much workload you will have or what you will need to do. And so that's why you shouldn't also get stressed if you notice other people mentioning different responsibilities than the ones you have. Don't get stressed like, yeah, this person mentioned grading, but I didn't know that I needed to do graded. Maybe that's not what you need to do for your amp position, and the professor does it for that specific class. And if at any point you're feeling overwhelmed by what your instructor is asking for you in your role, or if you worry that it is not the learning opportunity you signed up for, please make sure to reach out to the TLTC333 team for this semester, spring, not spring, but fall 2025. It's Mona, and also you can reach out to the other TA so that we can discuss and see what's best for you. But if you're watching this in the future and if you have any advice as well, you can always feel welcome to email us as well. Another really important factor of being an amp is to set meaningful goals. Just ask yourself, what do you want to achieve as a peer mentor this semester? What do you hope the students in your course will achieve? What can you do to enhance the effectiveness of your course instructor? How can you apply what you're learning to other classes or your other partnerships in general? This semester, we will be teaching you that effective mentorship is a constant process. The most popular concern that many TAs have is that they just don't know the answer to a question when a student asks it sometimes, and that is completely okay. You don't have to know everything, you're not expected to know everything, and sometimes there's just stuff that you don't know because you're just an amp. You don't like you haven't done this, you haven't been doing this subject for like 10 years, so it's obviously natural that you don't know some of the things. So it's just that you need to get in this mindset that it is okay if you feel like you didn't know anything, and you're not a failure just because you couldn't answer one or two student questions within the class. And that is also why keeping goals for yourself is very important, because some other TAs for the class may have been TAing for like 2-3 years, and that doesn't mean that you need to be getting the hang of things immediately just because they're doing pretty well. Because it's your first time, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna be confused. It's always okay to take things slowly if it's needed, and always talk to your professor about what you need to be doing. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching our first video ever on the TLTC 333 course. This was an introduction video, but in the next videos we will be going more in depth with the class and the course materials themselves. So if you have any concerns or any questions, make sure to comment them down below, and make sure to subscribe to not miss the next video. Have a nice day, everyone.